Welcome to the daily study of the Way of Mastery. Today we continue with Lesson 1, The Way That Calls You Home, Section 2, The First Step in Awakening. And we're going to look at paragraphs 18, 19, 20. So in 18, Jeshua says, I wish to direct you to peace, even that peace which forever transcends the understanding and comprehension of the world. I desire, because my Father desires it through me, to bring you wholly to where I am, that you might discover there is someone that got there ahead of you. And when you look closely, you will say, Ah, it's myself. I have always been there, but I forgot. So Jeshua is directing us to a peace that forever transcends the understanding and comprehension of the world. And the world in this context is the ego mind, the belief in separation. Lack, not enough, unworthiness, and in that belief, the world was created. And so in that mindset, I guess you could say, in that consciousness, the only way to get peace is to get the thing, right? There's something missing. I'm separate somehow, so I need to get the job or get the money or get the significant other. Whatever we think, I got to get the status, I got to get the fame, I got to get the wealth, I got to get the thing outside of me that's going to then finally be that missing piece where I can feel peace. And Jeshua is saying, I'm directing you to a peace that the world does not understand. And then he says, I desire because my Father desires it through me. And in lesson 4, we'll get it all into desire. And that our heart's desires from the heart, not desires from the ego mind, which is looking for something. Oh, if I desire this job, then my parents will be happy. Or if I make enough money, then the world will see that I'm successful, then I'll get love. Those are different kind of wants and needs than heart's desires. And if you're listening to this, you've had a desire in your heart that is like a burning, loving desire. And that desire, as we'll learn in lesson 4, is source, wanting to express itself through you. So again, it makes everything simple. My heart's desire is God's desire. It's the same thing. So I don't have to see like, well, does God want what I want? And do I have to make these consistent? No, not at all. What your heart is desiring is God wanting to express itself through you. So it's the same thing. We can trust that. So Jeshua is saying, I desire to bring you to where I am, that you might discover that someone got there ahead of you. And the someone is you. It's your soul self. It's your capital S self. And he wants you to bring you wholly to where I am, not in time and space, not like, in location, in consciousness, to the awareness that the essence of you is divine. The essence of you is loved beyond comprehension of the mind. And you'll say, I've always been here, but I forgot. In paragraph 19, Jeshua says, in the end of all the journeying, in the end of all purification, and indeed purification is still necessary, you will discover that to awaken means to have journeyed nowhere. It means to have arrived at a goal that has never changed. In 19, Jeshua says, the end of all the journeying and all the purification, and if you're reading this, then there's still purification to be done, or if you're listening to this, if you're in a body having the human experience, there's still purification to be done. And purification in the form of looking at all of the thoughts of separation of the ego mind and healing them by loving them, by remembering who you are as love. That's what the purification is. And you'll discover, and he defines awakening here, that awakening means to have journeyed nowhere. You're not actually going anywhere. You're just waking up to what already is. And in paragraph 20, Jeshua says, awakening is only remembrance. But it is a remembrance not just of the intellect. It is not an idea as you would understand ideas. It is an idea that vibrates through the whole field of your beingness, so that even the cells of the body, while yet the body remains coalesced together in its present form, awaken and relax into the truth that is true always. And again, Jeshua is defining awakening. It's only remembering. It's only a remembrance. You're not actually accomplishing, achieving, getting somewhere. That's the ego likes to do that. Oh, am I making spiritual progress? Like that's the ego thinking it needs to achieve, accomplish, get somewhere. But the heart just wakes up to what already is. And that's how we define healing at Revelation Breathwork. Healing is just remembering who and what you are as divine, as perfect, as whole, as innocent, and as eternally connected to Source. Again, you can't separate the clay from the clay pot. It's clay. That's what it is. You can't take the divinity out of what you are. And he says this is not just a remembering of the intellect. It's not just a concept that you can kind of get, understand, and agree with. It's an idea that vibrates. It's a resonance. It's a frequency through the whole field of your beingness. That's cool. That your beingness is a field of consciousness. Right? We're way more than a body. And Jeshua speaks to this. He says, even the cells of the body. He doesn't say your body. He says the body. And we'll see in future lessons that this is intentional about disidentifying from the body. So even the cells of the body, while it remains coalesced together in its present form, awaken and relax into the truth that is true always. So he's like, yeah, the body's here. It's coalesced, its energy in form. But it's not always going to be that way. When we don't need the body anymore, it will uncoalesce, I guess, whatever the word is. But we'll still exist because we are beyond the body. We're not a body mind. And he says, even the cells awaken and relax into the truth that is true always. Awaken and relax. Because the truth is you are divine. You are connected. You are powerful. You're not the maker and the doer of everything, which is what the ego mind, the body mind, wants to convince you of, to keep you oh so busy, to keep you oh so distracted in the things of the world that if you just get that one thing, then you'll be happy. If you just achieve that one thing, then people will approve of you. Then you can love yourself finally. So awakening is just remembering that you're already loved. And so you can relax into this truth. What a beautiful message that is. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.